He's with the West Texas Wellness Center, and this is something you've been dealing with.
A little bit.
Yeah, neuropathy. And Dr. Parker, welcome to the show. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, guys. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. And this is something that Rhonda has had to tackle in the last couple of months. Why don't you start us off, Rhonda?
Well, good morning. Thank you for joining us, Doctor. Could you just explain to our listeners what neuropathy is?
Yes, a lot of people don't really understand what it is, but essentially it is burning, tingling, or numbness in the hands or feet. Sometimes it can be in other parts of the body, but most commonly those are the symptoms that people have. Basically, it's a nerve disorder, a nerve dysfunction.
So, okay, let's say I have a slip disc in my back or something like that. Can the treatments for that, can they be applied by anyone or a specific doctor or what?
Well, so there's a difference. What you're referring to right there is more typically what is called radiculopathy, which means that, let's say that my disc is out and I have pain running down my leg, sciatica.
Right.
Okay. So the good news about that is when I correct the disc and I correct the problem, the sciatica goes away. Okay. The problem with neuropathy is when we correct some of the underlying problems, the nerve disorder is still there.
Right.
And so even though we can remove what caused it, the nerves are still malfunctioning. So they're going to continue to have the burning, the tingling, and the numbness. And the other difference between the two of those is with radiculopathy, it typically stays the same. Neuropathy is a progressive condition. So it typically starts in the fingertips or the toes, and it works itself backwards toward the central nervous system. So it progresses over time and continues to get worse. So it starts off initially with tingling and burning and numbness, and then it eventually leads to weakness and balance issues. And for some patients, it even can lead to having to use a wheelchair, or in worst case scenarios, it leads to amputations and things of that nature.
Whoa.
Dr. Parker, I heard, my understanding is neuropathy is not treatable. Is that a misnomer?
Yes and no. Depending how you talk about it. It's not curable. Okay. Right. So you can't eradicate it. It can be reversed. Although most physicians, I will tell you, I was trained this way when I came through chiropractic school. And I will tell you that in the medical school, you're going to be told that there's nothing you can do about it, and you're just going to have to learn to live with it. That's exactly what I was told in chiropractic school. But you also have to look at the paradigm through which they're looking at treating it. In medical profession, most of the time we're either treating with drugs or surgery.
Right. And
the underlying causes of this, drugs and surgery, they're not going to fix that. Now, the drugs can take the edge off of it. So there are medications, and 99% of your facilities are going to prescribe things like Neurontin or Lyrica or gabapentin. Now, these drugs, all they do is mask the symptoms. So they make you feel you don't hurt quite as bad, but a lot of people have side effects from these. And there's actually been a few studies that show that these drugs actually speed up the underlying development. You feel a little better while you're getting worse faster.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
With a lot of drugs, yeah. It just keeps deteriorating. You have a special opportunity for our viewers to learn more about this problem.
Yes, sir. We actually have workshops going on, a couple different ones next week. So we'd love to invite anybody that's interested in those workshops. They're welcome to call our office. It's 806-352-1500, and they're welcome to call and get into one of those workshops. We also have a neuropathy severity screening that we recommend all patients, anyone that's thinking that they have some of these issues. Like I said, again, it is a progressive condition. So when left alone, it's just going to continue to get worse. And a lot of people that are dealing with this just think, well, it'll get better on its own. And it doesn't. And then it gets worse. And then it's even harder to treat and harder to reverse. So we do have, right now, we actually have free severity, neuropathy severity screening that is available for patients. And again, you can just call the office number. It's 806-352-1500 for that. But I will tell you, you asked if it was treatable or not. Using traditional methods like medications, it's not. But if it is if you look at it and you're finding the source of the underlying causes of the issues, and you begin to treat the actual physiology of those tissues, you can reverse those things. And we see a great majority of our patients that are able to be accepted into this program actually reverse their symptoms. Again, we're not going to eradicate them, but we can reverse them so they can begin to have a good quality of life again and begin to really enjoy life again, rather than watching it continue to deteriorate like most of them are finding happening right now.
You can get your life back from this neuropathy. Give the doctor a call. The West Texas Wellness Center is just right around the corner from us at 1934 Civic Circle. Give them a call at 806-352-1500. Take advantage of the seminars coming ahead next week and also the screening for the neuropathy. You don't have to live with pain. Give Dr. Parker a call at the West Texas Wellness Center right here in Amarillo at 806-352-1500. Dr. Parker, thank you for the great information this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate being on here. Good to see you guys.
All right. Have a great and safe Memorial Day weekend. You know the two rules. Be kind, be careful. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning on The Chat.